Wait! Seeing that he was about to be taken away, Anton Reese completely panicked and shouted. There has been no thorough investigation, no judicial ruling. What right do you have to arrest me? This is clearly violent law enforcement. This is blatant tyranny, heh! When I tried to reason with you, you acted shamelessly. Now that I refuse to reason with you, you want to talk about the rule of law? Do you think that's going to work? Thorian Reese mocked. Sir Anton, if you have anything to say, you can tell me in prison. We'll have plenty of time to chat. William sneered as he stepped forward, placing a firm hand on Anton Reese's shoulder. Hold on! I still have something to say. Anton swallowed hard. Realizing that he was completely cornered, he finally abandoned his tough stance and began pleading. Thorian, we are family. There's no need for things to escalate to this point. This is my mistake. For the sake of our past ties, can you let this slide just this once? In the past, he could rely on his glib tongue to turn the tide, to distort the truth. But now, with irrefutable evidence in hand, even the best lies would be useless. If he were imprisoned, there would be little hope of ever getting out. With no other options, he had no choice but to lower himself and beg Thorian Reese for mercy. Let this slide? Thorian let out a cold snort. If I let you off today, does that mean I have to let every criminal off as well? What good would the laws of West Lacosia be then? Thorian! How can you compare me to those people? I am your uncle, a member of the Reese family. We share the same blood. How can I be treated the same as outsiders? Anton Reese said earnestly. I respected you as an elder and gave you chances to admit your wrongdoing, but you refused to cherish them. And now you want to play the family card? It's too late. Thorian's eyes were cold and unyielding. Thorian! I was wrong. I truly realize my mistakes now. Please give me one last chance. I swear I will reflect on my actions and live an honest life from now on. Anton pleaded desperately. You don't regret your actions, you just regret getting caught, Thorian said flatly. For someone like you, who is corrupt and treats human lives like nothing, death is well deserved. Thorian! Anton tried to say more, but Thorian cut him off. William, what are you waiting for? Do it! Yes, sir! William wasted no time. He restrained Anton and forcibly dragged him out. Thorian! Thorian! Anton Reese turned pale with fear and began frantically screaming for mercy. But Thorian merely watched coldly, unmoved by his pleas. As Anton was dragged toward the door, his true nature erupted, his fear twisted into rage. Thorian Reese! You ungrateful beast! You're defying your elders and betraying your own blood. I curse you, you will never die in peace! Even after Anton was taken away, his furious howls still echoed through the hall. Thorian's expression remained indifferent, his gaze as cold as frost. The officials present all lowered their heads, completely intimidated. When they first entered, they had assumed Thorian was just a young and inexperienced noble. They had shown him surface-level respect while secretly looking down on him. But after everything that had happened today, they finally realized the truth. This young man in his early 20s possessed a meticulous mind, an unfathomable depth of character, and the ability to wield absolute authority. If one needed evidence, he provided evidence. If one wanted logic, he provided logic. If one sought leniency, he gave an opportunity for repentance. If someone sincerely admitted their guilt, there was still a sliver of hope. But if they remained stubborn and unrepentant, the punishment could range from imprisonment to execution. Anton Reese, who had just been thrown into the dungeons, was the clearest example. If he was willing to punish even his own blood relative, what chance did the rest of them have? Do any of you have anything to say? Thorian asked coldly. At his words, a few of the senior officials exchanged glances before dropping to their knees with a loud thud. We confess our wrongdoing. We are willing to turn ourselves in and beg for the young lord's leniency. Seeing some take the lead, the rest of the officials dared not argue any further. They, too, knelt down and admitted their crimes. It was better to be honest and hope for mercy. Resisting and denying their guilt would only anger Thorian, leading to even harsher punishment. Showing true remorse and voluntarily accepting punishment was the only way to survive. Humph! At least you all have some sense. I'll give you a chance. Turn yourselves into William, and I won't waste my time or energy investigating further," Thorian said expressionlessly. "Thank you, young lord, for your mercy." The officials bowed deeply, breathing long sighs of relief. As long as there was no deeper investigation into their crimes, they still had a way out. The fact that Thorian was allowing them to turn themselves in was already a form of mercy. At worst, they would have to resign and retire to the countryside, preserving some of their wealth and living out their days in peace. That was far better than imprisonment or execution. "Now get out!" Thorian waved his hand dismissively, driving them out of the hall. In politics, there were always gray areas. A little corruption was one thing, but as long as it didn't involve murder or grievous crimes, punishments could be lenient. Anton Reese, however, had only himself to blame. Not only had he committed countless atrocities, but he had also been arrogant, unrepentant, and blatantly defiant. If such a man were allowed to live, the laws of West Lucosia would be meaningless. It didn't matter if he was a distant relative of the Reese family. If he committed such crimes and stirred public outrage, he had to be executed.
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tied, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care. Now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace. But now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase, keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never